Hello and welcome, I'm Carlton. Today we're going to be smoking an easy and delicious pork loin with a homemade Cajun sauce. So let's get to making it. Okay, for this recipe we got about 3-pound pork loin here, and we're going to be mixing up our rub for this. We're going to start off with 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika. Get it in there. Just going to mix it up in our little thing here. We've got 2 tablespoons of granulated garlic. We got 2 tablespoons of granulated onion. We've got 1 tablespoon of ground oregano. We got 1 tablespoon of thyme. We got 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and we got about a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes that we're going to add to this pint canning jar, ball canning jar, and we're going to screw this Parmesan cheese lid on it, and we can just shake it up, make us a good rub for it. Now, I've already rinsed off and trimmed some of the fat off of this pork loin. And once I get this mixed up, I'll be right back and we'll get this thing started up. Okay, now that we've got this all mixed up, we're going to apply it. Now, I'm just going to sprinkle it on. You just want to try to get it even. Just going to sprinkle on all the sides and pat it in really good. Now we'll turn it over. And we'll sprinkle this side. Okay. Now let's get the ends. Got to get all the sides on this. Get some of this picked up off of here. Get a little bit more on here. Okay, we've got this seasoned up real good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this in the refrigerator for about an hour just to let it marinate in this rub a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm going to go out and get my pellet grill going. We're using apple pellets today. We're going to be running at 225 degrees. You can do this on any smoker that you have. Just run it at about 225 degrees. And you can use whatever wood you prefer to do this with. So let me get this in the refrigerator and I'll be back to you in about an hour. We'll have the smoker up and running and we'll be good to go. I'll be right back. Okay, our pork loin's been resting in the refrigerator for about an hour, just marinating in this. Our smoker's up to temp, so let's go get it on. We're gonna set this bad boy right on here, just like that. We're gonna get that probe right in here. Gonna go right down the center of it, right about there. Now, we're gonna let this go to an internal temperature of 145 degrees about every 30 minutes. I'm gonna come out and just spritz it, put some, a mixture of apple juice and water, 50-50 split. And it'll take probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we'll be ready to eat. Okay, our pork loin hit 145. We got it off the smoker, and now we're just going to loosely tin it, cover it with some aluminum foil. And we're going to let it rest for about 15 minutes. Okay, our pork loin's rested about 15 minutes. Now it's time to slice it up and give it a taste test. Before we do, let's quickly go over what we did. We took about a 3-pound pork loin. We trimmed it up, trimmed some of the fat off of it. It didn't have much on it, but we did trim some fat off of it. We mixed up a Cajun rub, and I'll put the ingredients right over here. We rubbed it up real good, put it in the refrigerator, got our pellet grill up to temp. We were using apple pellets. We put it on there. Every 30 minutes, we spritzed it with a 50-50 mixture of apple juice and water. We took it up to 145. We pulled it out, set it out here, tinted it with aluminum foil. Let it rest 15 minutes. Now we can cut it up. So I'm just going to cut a few slices off here. Oh man, this even looks good. Just going to cut just a few thin slices off here. And you can use this, you know, you can use it as a main dish. You can use, you know, this normal side with it, like roasted potatoes, you know, salad, anything like that. You can even make sliders and sandwiches out of this if you're tailgating. Works out good all the way around. We'll take this piece right here. Oh man. Cut this through all the way. Man, I want you to look at that. Boy, that is pretty. Let me cut me a little piece right off of there. We're going in for a taste test. Oh man, that homemade Cajun seasoning that we put on here is perfect. Man, that is good. And there you have it, a delicious and flavorful pork loin that we seasoned with homemade Cajun rub. I hope you give this recipe a try at home. I think you'll really enjoy it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this recipe. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want more recipes and cooking tips. And be sure to check out the merch shelf underneath this video. And hey, become a member. That helps us continue bringing you videos and new recipes throughout the year. It really helps a lot. And speaking of that, I want to thank some of our new channel members, Northwest Drone Adventures and Cooking with Granny Sue. Two great channels. You need to go check them out. I'll have links for them down in the description. And I want to send a thanks out to all the men and women that are serving as police officers and all of our first responders. And I want to send a special thanks out to all of our men and women serving in the military and to all of our veterans who protect us and keep us safe every day. Until next time, thank you very much.